As BCBAs, we are used to pairing and building relationships with the kids that we work with. So, how does that apply to using ABA principles in a classroom setting when there's a child led approach? Hi, I'm Shira.
And I'm Shayna. We're behavior analysts who create weekly content about how to teach children with autism so that they make real progress. And we create shareable resources to make your job just a little easier. Today's topic is all about using ABA and a child led approach in a classroom setting. And if you want more videos like this, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated on new video releases.
So, how many of us can learn better when it's something that we're interested in? Think of a hobby that you take up that can take up hours of your time just because you're fascinated. You go down the rabbit hole of Google and YouTube and learning a new skill. It could be crocheting or woodworking or something that you're fascinated about. And time just flies, and you're able to really absorb that information and build those skills because it's something that you're interested in. This is similar to a child led approach in a classroom.
I was laughing because when you say crocheting and woodworking, it's like not the rabbit hole I would go down, but absolutely, so many people are interested in arts and crafts, and that's amazing. Not for me. Anyway, you're right. Like child led, it doesn't mean that everything's optional. It doesn't mean, okay, the kid can get their own way and just do anything they want in a classroom. It really just means that the teacher isn't following the child around all day long. There's still demands and expectations, but how do we do this?
So we're really looking towards the child for them to tell us what they're interested in, what they're motivated by, what their reinforcers are, what they're super into learning. And then we can create lessons around that. So, for example, if your student is really interested in sensory activities, then it doesn't mean that they just get to kind of play at the sensory table by themselves for a good chunk of the day. It means that let's take a sensory activity and let's make it super fun and super engaging. And let's teach them something, some skill through this activity that they've told us that they're interested in.
If the child likes sensory activities, for instance, you can hide whatever vocabulary you're working on. You can hide some objects in that sensory material and be able to really make that fun and pull out the objects and get some labeling out of it, or follows directions. Hey, find the dinosaur, find this one, find that one. Hey, what did you find? And really make it engaging that way.
Yeah, it's really about building the relationship through a shared activity that the child is interested in, instead of making them come to the table to an activity that they're not really interested in. And then you're kind of stuck with, do I follow through? They didn't follow this demand. You can embed their preferred activities or their preferred reinforcers into anything. So they can come to the table because they love cars, and you're going to be counting cars at the table. And if you find yourself really needing to follow through, then that's a time to ask yourself, what is this child trying to tell me? If they're not coming willingly, if they're not interested in the activity that you're doing, then you can either rethink the activity, think about the motivation or the reinforcement or your expectations. Child led means that it's a relationship, right? They're telling you as in their behavior or how they're responding to you as to what they're ready for, what they're interested in, and what they want to learn.
It's really about relationship building and teaching through play and really getting creative and making it fun for the students.
Yeah, we always say that, look at what they're doing and then make it more fun. So if they're really interested in, an animal farm that they're playing with, and they could play with that, you can get in there and make the animal noises or make the animals do silly things and make it more fun to play with you, because that builds the relationship and also builds inherent reinforcement into the activity. Instead of it being, come engage with me in this activity you might not like so that you can get some sort of reinforcement externally, it's let's make this thing you're interested in part of the skill that we're working on. And, it takes a lot of work as the teacher and the instructor, because you constantly have to think creatively. How can I make this more fun? How can I engage? How can I embed reinforcement into this activity? But that means that the child will come to you, and you won't have to be, thinking about the behavior management as much or how to follow through with demands, because you're inherently incorporating reinforcement and choice.
So for more on using ABA in a preschool classroom, check out our other videos here at howtoaba.com using ABA in a preschool classroom. For more information on using ABA and a child-led approach in the classroom setting, click the link in and around this video or in the description to claim your play-based tips for free. We also encourage you to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any future videos, and leave a like and comment below if you have further questions.